One of the most powerful ancient secrets that Dr. Naram taught me, that his master taught him, is that whatever is the adversity, whatever is the difficult situation or heartache, everyone has within it the seeds of equal or greater benefit.
This book will help to understand what wisdom means and how we as humans can enter into the field of wisdom in a natural way, and I think it will change so many lives.
As you read, each chapter unlocks more and more barriers from your mind and opens up your heart more and more to what's possible in your life.
This is an example of just being limitless.
You know, one of the things that's impactful, that's a tragedy but also impactful about losing someone you love, is that you realize how precious every moment is, how precious every day is. Now the heartache that came to Mike was discovering that his brother, who had no signs of any illness, healthy as anything, died of a heart incident, left behind 6 kids.
I get a call and I think, wow, your sister is calling me. Why would your sister call me?
You handed me your phone and I heard it in her voice that something was wrong. And like I said, I thought it was my dad. I said, what's wrong? And she said, he doesn't know. I said, no, what? Tell me. They said, Rick's dead. I want to introduce you to my brother. He passed away on May 12th, which coincidentally was the same day that I earlier in the day had purchased Clint's book. He was 52 years old. He's active freestyle skier on the U.S. Olympic team or World Cup team growing up. He was always out mountain biking with his kids, lived an active lifestyle, went scuba diving with the sharks, and loved his family. When he passed away, he was out mountain biking with one of his 4 sons at this spot here in Salt Lake City. His autopsy report revealed that his coronary arteries were 80 to 95% stenosis or blocked. He had no idea that he had this time bomb inside his chest. Needless to say, this was a huge wake-up call for me. He was a nurse himself, worked in the thoracic ICU unit early in his career, had a patient advocate program that he worked with people to get the best care possible. Could have this happen to him, what could be going on inside of me?
His brother was only 2 years older than him, and it shook Mike up so much. Now, not only the emotional trauma of losing your brother, but then also the shock of what may be happening in my body. What do I need to worry about that I wasn't even worried about before? So he got his blood test.
I saw that my cholesterol from 2018 was not as good as I was telling myself. I had a cholesterol of 252, all high red flag markers. I went and had my blood drawn again, and you can see this is June 30th of this year. Every single marker had gotten worse. My cholesterol, triglycerides, my LDL, the bad cholesterol had all gotten worse. My doctor wanted to start me on a statin. I wanted to start on a statin, but I didn't want to go the drug route. When you go on a statin drug, there's no off point. You're on a statin for the rest of your life. It doesn't cure you. It treats the symptom that you have. I knew I needed to do something. I read all the books about how to prevent and reverse heart disease, how to undo it, Dean Ornish's program, Caldwell Esselstyn's, and so forth. And I even read Clint's book.
It took him a while to start reading the book, actually. In fact, I have the text messages. It's so funny. He sent me the text messages where he's like, wow, this is actually a really good book. I didn't know. How come you didn't tell me?
And one of the things they talk about is following a whole food plant-based diet to reverse heart disease. And the mung bean detox is certainly a whole food plant-based diet. Clint's book, there's a detox program that's talked about using mung beans, the mung bean detox.
You know, there's a recipe in this book for a magical soup that reduces the inflammation in your body, and it helps restore balance in the doshas and helps actually just detoxify you. It has protein, makes you strong, increases your energy. And he actually did the recipe, the whole 30-day Mung challenge.
Started the 30-day detox not knowing anyone who'd really done it before. I'd heard a little bit about it in the chat room and the Facebook group and so forth.
This is the text message I got from him afterwards. He actually showed me the results before and after, and he says, "Dude," 4 exclamation points. "You dropped my cholesterol by 49%. His doctor was the same doctor that was the doctor for his brother.
He called up, he said, "Okay, I've got your results back. Your total cholesterol is 136. I'm like, 136? I was like blown away. I'm like, first of all, I didn't believe him. I'm like, obviously you've confused me with a teenager's results. This is not possible.
In only 30 days, 3 exclamation points. And then he says this, he says, "This would have saved my brother's life."
The 30-day transformation results, when I went back to the doctor, I went from 193 pounds to 166 pounds. My blood pressure went down about 26 points from, you can see somewhere in the 120 over 88, 150, 148 over 88, down to 113 over 62. Went from 263 on my cholesterol to 136, a decrease of 127 points or 48%. My doctor was blown away by this. He's like, "How did you do that?" My triglycerides went down 112 points or 58%. My LDL cholesterol went down almost 100 points to 72.9, 57%. My high sensitivity C-reactive protein, which is an indication of inflammation in the body, went down 72%. The mung beans are a highly powerful anti-inflammatory as well as antioxidant, and filled with protein and other things that are just really good for the body. And one of the side effects, though, that came from this program was that portly fellow that was there, ended up with 6-pack abs, and really without doing much exercise. I have added exercise into my regimen now quite regularly, but I've always been doing yoga.
Not only did he lose weight, which he wasn't planning, not everyone loses weight, but his weight became to his ideal weight, but also he had so much energy. He said without even drinking coffee, he had energy. His sleep was better. Without drinking alcohol, he was calm and happy. I saw such a change in Mike, and so did so many other people, that we wanted to know more.
My 10-year risk of having a heart attack was 12.9%. Now my 10-year risk is 1.6%, which is like an 88% decrease with what's happening. So for years I had this blemish on my eye, if you look closely, you can't see it because it's gone.
And I was really concerned because my brother passed away with melanoma skin cancer when he was 44, so I really wanted Michael to go and get checked, and
never did. But then I was like,
it's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Combination of Rick's death and Clint's book and the other information that I've read has saved my life.
Just from him actually applying these secrets in his life, now he is a nucleus. He's an instrument of contagious healing on the planet. Not only he started doing it, but many of his family members started doing it.
One of the best examples is his son. His son, whose cholesterol was 310 in 30 days, dropped to 195 at 24. And his triglycerides were through the roof, like close to 500. They were below 200 in 30 days with triglycerides, and triglycerides don't move easily. My brother-in-law, he and my sister started doing the mung beans when we did, and he was a disabled vet, was thrown from a Bradley with back pain, and he also has celiac disease where he gets rashes and swollen. All that went away, and he wouldn't stop talking about how he has no pain. Oh, he lost like 20, 30 pounds himself.
But I also started to eat quite a few mung beans, so I didn't lose weight. I didn't want to lose weight, and I just love the beans, but I have way more energy. I actually was on omeprazole for years, and I never knew that being on omeprazole is really, really bad for your gut health. Now I've been on it because I've GERD for over 10 years, and anytime I stopped it, I had heartburn. And working with Ayushakti and incorporating mung beans and some of the herbs that were prescribed to me by Ayushakti, I have no heartburn. And like I say, I tried everything or tried to go off of omeprazole, and nothing ever worked. But now being on mung beans and other herbs, I don't have to take omeprazole, which I'm super grateful for.
You know, the irony is many times we won't do something for ourselves, but we'll do it out of love for someone else. Mike was told by his doctor he needed to change something, but for 2 years he never changed anything. It was because of love for his brother that he made a change in his own life, and as a side effect, a side benefit, it ended up helping so many other people.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for the gift you've given me, for being able to take better care of myself. You are a saint. You know, you live your life in a way that you can be proud of. You died in a place that's so beautiful, and you know, you have touched so many people's lives, and will continue through what we do to touch many more. It's my purpose and mission in life to share your story of what you've taught me, what you've done for your son, for my friends. Thanks for all the signs. Keep talking. I see you, I hear you. I love you.
When I see stories and hear stories like Mike and Sonny and all the people he's touched, I know Dr. Naram would be so happy, because his mission is becoming real. The ancient secrets of his lineage, of this ancient lineage, are spreading through the world like contagious healing. It's like a silent revolution in which, even if you never had a chance to meet Dr. Naram, even if you never have a chance to meet me or any of the other doctors, just by applying the secrets, these ancient secrets, it can change your life forever.
I invite you to read this book again and again and give it as a gift to whom you love the most. It can change your life forever. I love you. Namaskar.